after 8 o'clock on BBC Radio Lancashire. 25 years ago, one of Britain's biggest riots took place in Manchester. It was at Strangeways Prison. It began on the 1st of April 1990 when prisoners took control of the prison chapel, and then the riot quickly spread throughout most of the building. Well, we've spoke already to Sam Smith, who supports young people in Blackpool, and we heard earlier, Sam, how because of a tough childhood and various different things, you actually ended up in Strangeways.
I did, yeah. I was actually arrested for shoplifting a Sony Walkman over in Rochdale, yeah. And due to, obviously, me being in and out of care, and I had no home to go back to, I was remanded to Strangeways Prison.
And you were there when it happened?
I was there when it happened, yeah. And the first thing that I knew about it is when we was looking through the bars of our cell, and we could see people clambering onto the roof. But just a few days before that, somebody actually climbed up onto the roof. We just thought it was just, just something else, just another prisoner going on the roof. But then it kind of, banging and metal bars, and then we're seeing the prison officers coming through the gates, and trying to put chains around the gates to maybe stop the other inmates coming through. It was kind of, it was kind of exciting, and then it got kind of really, yeah.
Did you have any idea it was going to happen? Because was there any talk around the prison that this is going to be happening in it?
No, well, because I was a remand prisoner, there was two sections to Strangeways. There's the A, B, C, D and the E wings units, where it's for the sentenced prisoners, and then on the other side you've got the G, H and I wings, which is the remand prisoners.
And that's where you were? And
that's where I was, yeah.
So you only saw them on the roof and things like that? Yeah,
I saw them on the roof, and then it started to escalate and spread right through into the remand centre. We was unlocked, and then we was at the whole freedom of the prison. We went all rummaging round, and it was kind of scary moments, because I actually seen on the vulnerable wing, which was E wing in the sentence side, prisoners being attacked, the vulnerable prisoners being attacked, and it was quite kind of getting scary. And then fires started to rage through parts of the building, and it was kind of, are we going to burn alive in it? How do we get out, kind of thing,
How old were you again?
I was 18. I was just actually 18. I was just 18 actually, a young 18-year-old.
As you were saying, I imagine when it first happened, you're thinking, wow, look at this. But when did that kind of the first kind of thrill of it turn into being quite scared?
Well, I think it got to kind of the early evening of the 1st of April, and we wanted to get out, and I found some friends that was from Bolton, where I'm from, and there was an hole in the wall, and we climbed through the hole, and the officers were waiting for us. They put us into a kind of a big warehouse, and then they just shipped us off then in coaches, and I ended up in Wormwood Scrubs. Remarkable, because we was all classed as Cat A prisoners at that time, because obviously they didn't know who was who and what was what. So we was just bundled into a coach and escorted down the motorway, and ended up in Wormwood Scrubs, which was quite...
Yeah, but again, that was scary.
It was, because when we got there, the officers said to us there, right, you're from Manchester, are you? He said, we're taking no mess in here, kind of thing, And then from there, I kind of went to a young offenders institution, which was the Mount, and eventually I got shipped back up to the north, moved back up, and then I was released from Hindley, which was a youth custody centre at the time, and I was 18, so it was quite a remarkable year and quite a remarkable event it was.
Sam, thank you for joining us, and all the very best with your venture.